Hi, this is the Alive for myself. I've not seen you guys in 3 months. I am back. Hi. I've renamed myself Karma. What is karma? Karma is a thing that bites you in the ass every time you do something wrong. Is that destiny? No, it's now. Do you believe in hell? I don't. I believe in karma. It's weird. Let me explain my karma. When I was 4 years old, I went into a store with my Auntie Susan. I was little. I loved everything that had a baby on it, and I stole a simple little baby book. I put it in my little hand and I put it underneath my sweater. I was good at shoplifting at age 4. I got out to the car and I looked at her and I said, Auntie Susan, look, I've got a little baby book. And that woman grabbed me by my tiny arms, and she pulled me out of that car in the parking lot and beat the living hell out of me. I am serious. Now, this is coming from a 4-year-old mind memory. Remember, each memory is different. I am now in my 50s, and so I can tell you only from a 4-year-old experience. So from that memory, she beat the hell out of me. Okay? I'm obviously still alive, so she probably didn't beat me, but she did beat me. So she takes me back into the drugstore and hands me to the druggist and says, look, she stole this baby book. Anyway, I had to hand the baby book back and say, I'm sorry, I will never steal again. Well, kept me from shoplifting, let me tell you, because my karma at that time was looking pretty iffy. So anyway, then I tried to sneak out my bedroom window when I was age, 12? To go see this hot-looking guy who also liked me very much, and I really liked him. Anyway, I was caught. Not going out, but coming in. Karma. The after effects of the karma was horrible. I was scrubbing walls for 4 weeks, and floors and windows and gardening. And if I even looked up from my yard at the guy or any guy, I got smacked upside my head. And that's a 12-year-old memory, and believe me, that's closer to my 50-something-year-old memory, and it did hurt. And it was bad. So, I don't know, I think that one's more accurate than the 4-year-old memory. And as time went on, when I was 14 years old, getting close to running away from home, I went with a friend who said, you need a bikini. My parents did not believe in bikinis or any kind of swimsuit. I was not allowed to learn how to swim. And any mention of wearing anything like that outside was like this. You might as well wear your underwear and your panties. It is indecent. You will not wear anything like that. And even wearing a full bathing suit was forbidden in my household. My father was of the Catholic persuasion, which Catholics allowed their children to wear swimsuits, but Mom was of the Mormon persuasion, and we wore petticoats. She did not allow me to learn how to swim because she was afraid I was going to drown. At that age, I wish I would have. Everybody, one of my friends could swim, and they were allowed to wear swimsuits showing up their girlish type figures, and I did not. Though other things were occurring at home, did not matter. Bikinis were out of the question. So anyway, I went into a Kmart local store with my best friend, Katie. And what did she do? It wasn't Katie, it was actually Pat. And Pat went in and showed me how to shoplift a bikini, a polka dot bikini. Itty bitty little polka dot bikini. Well, anyway, she shoplifted it for me. It was my first bikini. And after that, we ran to her apartment. And her husband was there and her brother. And I got to put on my first bikini, and I looked like hot. I was like hot. And I think I had half the pool at that time Had a really good figure, and filled full of guys from the whole area. Well, my dad drove by. It was like somebody had rang his doorbell from somewhere and said she was at the local Kmart and lifted a bikini, a polka dot bikini, and here he comes. And there was all these guys, throwing the ball at me, lifting me up, going, "Oh, you can't swim, it's okay. We'll carry you through." Here he comes. The language that was used, I will not use here. It was horrid. And I was lifted by my neck. Again, it's 14-year-old experience. It's getting closer to my 50-some-year-old experience now. And that one is more closely defined as realism. Because he lifted me up by my neck and up by one shoulder. Lifted me up and called those boys and men everything with people. And I was thrown into that car, and Pat gave him my clothes, and he called me everything in the book. I was brought into the house where my mother stood there and gasped that I was not wearing anything but a polka dot bikini. Oh, penance was bad. But you know what? I managed. She threw the polka dot bikini away, by the way. And I went, my God, at night, because trash was not due for 2 days. And I went and I dug it out of the garbage. And I washed it. And I hid it. And I had that polka dot bikini until I was 32. And I wore it until I was 35. So, true story. There's other stories, but hold on. Karma does not end there. So anyway, I ran away for real. And not just because of that polka dot bikini, but because of the neck grabbing and the swinging. I was not allowed to have friends. And every time I tried to have anybody over or even sneeze, karma was there. I never cheated on a test, but if somebody did cheat, then would blame me, and then I would try to explain what had happened or tell on them. Karma did not allow me to tattle. Karma did not allow me to lie, because the lie was found out almost immediately. My karmic reaction was very karmic. So I thought Karma would be the best name for me because it is fitting for my life. Then and now. I don't know about the future. I call myself psychic. I'm very intuitive. And so the alive for myself, as you have known me as alive for myself, will just be as I am right now. I can be political and very, very mouthy, but also very understanding. But who gives a rat's about understanding, right? Who understands me? Looking both ways. Zip. But that's my karma. So, hi. Welcome back to The Alive for Myself. May we go on every day with something new and terrific, and the subject that we all can cherish or despise. I am so glad to be back.